Yo, Game Dogs RC back with another one today. And we just gonna go over something quick. So, as y'all may know, this Kagama is pretty much unbreakable. These Team Corrali cars are pretty much put together very stout. Okay. But I don't know if my particular car in itself it might be a dud or this could be a problem. Um, I actually found something that happened on my Kagama. Okay, besides me bending the shock last week and fixing this one, I'm gonna turn the car around so y'all can see it. Okay, so pretty much on this car, we have a flaw in the drive shafts. Okay, these drive shafts have a pin, and when that pin breaks, it basically stops your whole car from driving, even though it's four-wheel drive. Okay. So I think I have found a slight weakness in the Kagama. I really don't know. I'm not really going to call it a weakness as far as company wide. What I'm saying is as far as on my particular car, that may be an issue that I might have to solve out down in this area where the drive cups are. But basically, I'm going to stand up. If you take a look, you see the crack in there, and then it let the pin go, and that came apart. Now, my new one came today and this one solid unit, okay? And it's the pin holding it in. I was having trouble finding just this rear part on its own. But it comes as a whole unit, okay? So that may be a problem on this Kagama. Is the drive shafts and this block in particular, as you can see, the plastic melted down right there. And up here, it peeled a little bit. If I turn it to the side, you can see how tore up it is up in there. Okay, so this may be a hidden problem, but I don't know. I'm not going to totally call it a weakness, but I may have found one. What I'm saying is my alignment could be off on this car. I don't know. It could just be my particular model. I'm not going to say these cars are duds, no. But, you know, all these RCs do have the potential to break. Pretty much baby this car. I don't jump it. I was just driving it, but I don't know if the field that I was in might have been too tall. Like I didn't go higher than the car, but the grass was not fresh cut. It wasn't that short. So I don't know if that might have gave strain onto it. I don't know. But what I plan on doing is changing these tires anyway, because these tires are very soft. They have a soft compound and they balloon a lot, so it could be a lot of power rolling through these tires also. Or I could have made an error and I could have over tightened my wheel. I don't know. But we're going to basically start putting this thing back together, and later on we're going to run it and test it to make sure that's not a constant problem. If that's a constant issue, that means that this car needs better drive shafts. Now, they are pretty much put together decent, you know, but mine broke. And I don't know how that happened. But I was driving it the other day and it just stopped driving on its own. It was able to putt, but the front drive wheel wasn't spinning. Like, I pretty much thought I blew the diffs, but I didn't. So we're going to get this thing put back together, and we'll see y'all when it's done. Alright, YouTube. So we finished the Kagama's drive shaft. Just started the vid back up while we power this thing up, make sure that it's fixed properly. So, all right, y'all see remotes on. All right, now I'm gonna hold it down like that, turn it on. All right. All right, and this was the side we was having trouble with. Making sure they spinning and stopping at the same rate. All righty. Alright, so we fixed it. So it's nothing negative towards Team Corrali. They got my support still 100%. The only thing that I have an issue with is not the part support in itself, because they have tons of parts, but the availability for them is very, very hard when you over here in the US. I basically had to, I'm not going to say go on a goose chase, but I had to search around to find that piece. A lot of places, a lot of Corrali parts are sold out right now, and they're coming out with a lot of new great vehicles. My thing to them is all you guys need to do is make sure your parts availability is there. And I'm not mad because your cars are not really known to break a lot. So, they don't have to have a lot of parts on stock. Their cars don't really get return to sender. They don't break, but with the Kagama, I don't know if I was driving it correctly. I will never blame the car totally. It may have been me. I may have hit something and I don't know. But yes, I did break a drive shaft on the front driver's side of the car, on the front left. So that is something I will be watching for, to make sure that it is not a weakness in this car, because I haven't really found anybody that's found weaknesses with this vehicle unless they were really trying to break it. My type of driving, I don't drive the car in like super high jumping and bashing form. So it really shouldn't have broke. I don't know if the grass may have got tangled up and caused, a lot of friction and popped the pin. I may have hit something and broke it. I don't know. It may have happened and I wasn't paying attention, but it's fixed. And I am going to change the tires on this vehicle soon, but I am going to limit how much I drive this car right now, because Corrali, even though they're not a new company, they're based in Belgium. So it's a UK company. So it's a little bit harder to find the parts over here. So I don't want to break this car, until like a lot of their parts are back in stock. That way I can order some, So I'll probably put this on ice for a little bit. I'll probably drive it again, but not too much. I was making this my main car. I was driving it every time I took it out. But yeah, I'm going to basically cool back on this. I am on their emailing list for when parts availability is back. But I'm still with Team Corrali. Their cars don't break. It's just a little bit harder to source their parts. Unlike Traxxas and Arma, even Relarlo's parts are not that hard to get. So, but still 100% kudos to Team Corrali. Where did I get the part from? I found it at, oh man, I'm sorry to ruin the video. I forgot. Let me look at the invoice. RC Hobby Explosion. So that's where I found my drive shaft. So if you do have Corrali parts, Corrali car, they do have Corrali parts. RC Hobby Explosion. And also Small Addictions RC, because they sent me my shop. So there are certain places, but you'll have to basically do a filter Google search. You'll have to strictly search for parts for your vehicle. Always make sure that the vendors are 100% official, so you don't run into any fraudulent activity. But other than that, it's not hard to find them. It's just you have to source them. You have to really find who's have them in stock, because I found a lot of RC places that sell the parts, but they didn't have them in stock. So this Game Dogs RC back with another one. See y'all in the next one, man. Peace.